Stopping 23 of 24. Cam Talbot has played very well this year. Losses in St. Louis and Nashville and allowed a couple of goals in each game. And of course, Ken Hitchcock grew up here in Edmonton, always loves to come back here. And Todd McLellan, after spending 7 years in San Jose, and you can see already that the Oilers are a much more disciplined team under McLellan.
Well, already you're seeing the influence of what kind of player that he likes. He's got Paul Hendricks, basically a fourth-line grinder, but a real responsible player up on the top line with Hall and Nugent Hopkins. McDavid is not playing with Hall for this game.
So it is Hall, Hendricks, and Nugent Hopkins against Stastny, Steen, and Tarasenko. And underway here in Edmonton. Taylor Hall a shot. That's wide by a couple of feet. And now Steen trying to clear it away, kicks one to center. And Bouwmeester, the Edmonton native, on defense with Pietrangelo. And the Blues wind up in their own zone.
Yeah, and as this game goes along, if you're into matchups, you'll see that Bouwmeester and Pietrangelo quickly go for a change because the Blues coaching staff, they want that tandem up against the McDavid line, which is Yakupov and Pouliot.
Now Steen a pass, but the Blues are changing, and no one was home on the left point, and now Jori Lehtera. He flies back in his own zone. And then Gunnarsson for Parayko. Here's Gunnarsson again. Up the middle off the terrace stick. Oilers break it up. Gunnarsson and Parayko did not play at all in preseason. As a matter of fact, they were on opposite clubs in the preseason drill. So this is really a first for those two paired together tonight.
Oh, Broward just got toppled over there in the neutral zone and landed on his back of his head, it looked like, but no call on the play.
Now it's Connor McDavid, a shot. And that was just off the mark as he flew it in left wing.
Boy, and then he finishes his check there on James Schwartz on the far side. A nice applause from the crowd and a good first shift for McDavid.
Now back to center ice, grabbed by Anton Lander. Long pass by Reinhardt. He's been a healthy scratch the last two games. Now picked up by number 16, Teddy Purcell. Off the boards, a shot, they score! Korpikoski by Reinhardt. He's been a healthy scratch. Anton
from the crowd and a good first shift for McDavid.
Now the puck to center ice, grabbed by Anton Lander. Long pass by David. Now the puck to center ice, grabbed by Anton Lander. Long pass by Reinhardt. He's been a healthy scratch the last two games. Now picked up by number 16, Teddy Purcell. Off the boards, a shot by Anton Lander. Long pass by Reinhardt. He's been a healthy scratch the last two games. Now picked up by number 16, Teddy Purcell. Off the boards, a shot, they score! Last on Lander. Long pass by Reinhardt. He's been a healthy scratch the last two games. Now picked up by number 16, Teddy Purcell. Off the boards, a shot, they score! Last two games. Now picked up by number 16, Teddy Purcell. Off the boards, a shot, they score!
Rikoski gets
Blues.
I'm sure from the reaction, it didn't lose any speed as it went in off the boards. But again, it's a one-on-one position right there. But didn't lose any speed as it went in off the boards. But again, it's a one-on-one position right there where it's any rifled it from the other side of the line, and it was just tipped ever so slightly. But didn't lose any speed as it went in off the boards. But again, it's a one-on-one position right there where it's a turn, pivot, and get on the inside position as much as possible. And I'm sure from the reaction of Brian Elliott, he wasn't expecting Korpikoski to get that much on it. But there's the turnover in the neutral zone. Here's Purcell right there, and he just gets it in. It could have been icing, but the linesman blew that off, showing, I guess, seeing that he was just on the inside of the center ice line. But again, it was a lost battle, one-on-one battle there. It's won by Korpikoski.
As we check the Plaza Tire Service scoring summary, Purcell, Taylor Hall a drive and a save by Elliott. Oilers get it down low. Ryan Nugent Hopkins. As the Oilers use some crisscrossing in the corner. Matt Hendricks there. Back on the line, a shot by Klefbom. And that goes just wide. Blues trying to clear it away. Nugent Hopkins battles. And now Tarasenko at the line. Tipped along by Steen. But that's broken up and flown right back in by Nugent Hopkins.
Well, the neutral zone play of the Edmonton Oilers has been stronger than the Blues so far.
Another turnover. And a shot by Hall, and a rebound is gobbled up by the Blues. Lehtera. And the Blues quickly to center. Here comes Steen. And he is hit from behind now to Tarasenko. Trying to get it away from McDavid. He does. And Vladdy Tarasenko hands it back to Lehtera. Tarasenko, tough angle, a shot. That's high and wide and off the glass and back to center ice. And then the Oilers come in, but that play is offside. Center ice.
Pietrangelo really got pushed hard off the puck, off the play. After this is stopped here, Bouwmeester goes to play it around, and right there is a cross-check from behind by Hendricks, and that creates another good scoring chance. But this is a different Edmonton Oilers club. We can talk about, you're right, Connor McDavid, but it's a more tenacious club. They're playing the game where they're strong on their sticks. They're not one and done, like a little bit of a pop gun push every once in a while. These guys are playing hard hockey. The Blues have got to get themselves prepared here rather quickly, or they're going to be chasing the game.
Well, they're already chasing it. It's 1-0. The Blues have been outshot 5-0. As Laterra darts in. Now Schwartz wide open. Brouwer shot. Rebound. They score. Laterra maybe out of midair. And the Blues come down the ice. Shot. Rebound. As Laterra darts in. Now Schwartz wide open. Been outshot 5-0. As Laterra darts in. Now Schwartz wide open. Brouwer shot. Rebound. They score.
Game. Well, they have got to get themselves prepared here rather quickly, or they're going to be chasing the game.
Well, they're already chasing it. It's 1-0. The Blues have been outshot 5-0. As Laterra darts in. Now Schwartz wide open. Brouwer with a stick on the ice.
With transition, a pinpoint perfect pass by Pietrangelo. This little pass there to get it over to Brouwer on his right.
So we're tied at 1. Here's Alexander Steen on the cycle. And now Stasny, and that puck rolls on him, and it comes to center ice. And back in here, and I was about to say that the Blues have allowed 5 shots on goal. And so far in the first 3 games, Mr. Pang, they have not allowed many even-strength shots against.
No, they haven't. They've done an excellent job of that so far. They've only allowed 13.6 even-strength shots against per game. It's a pretty good number. And obviously 4 straight power plays for the Calgary Flames in that last game gave especially the skilled players of Calgary a lot of momentum early on. But the Blues were able to hang in there and get a real good gritty win there in Calgary.
As Hall banks it off the glass, here's Hendricks into Nugent-Hopkins, and then a shot goes just wide by Schultz. And that was a dangerous rush. Now the Oilers attack again. Nugent-Hopkins to the line. Tarasenko hooks it back to center, too far for Steen, and now he goes off on a line change. Oilers pour back in the zone. It is Matt Hendricks for Hall. And the Blues on the back check break it up. Good job by Upshaw. And now kicked along by Pietrangelo. And he deals the puck in behind the Edmonton goal. Talbot sends it around the boards. That's cut off by Upshaw. Upshaw had 6 shots in a goal the other night in Calgary. And now a pass in front for Upshaw. Lost it. Now he gets it. Another shot. Talbot the save. Now Backus to Upshaw. Quickly back to Pietrangelo. Little head fake. And then he moves in. Pass in front to Yashkin. And he can't get his redirection on goal. And the Blues dangerous here. And now Dmitry Yashkin on the cycle. Trying to get away from Anton Lander. And it goes back to the goal again. There's Pietrangelo racing it. He gets it. In front of Upshaw, a shot. And that was blocked at the defense. What the best sustained pressure of the period for the Blues.
Just an outstanding shift by Alex Pietrangelo. Just absolutely outstanding. Little shake and bake inside the blue line. Follows that up with a good pass. Gets to the far corner on the opposite side of the offensive zone. Gets the puck there and makes another good play to Upshaw.
And now it is sailed high to center by Pietrangelo. And now grabbed by Kyle Brodziak. Sends it back on the goal. And the former Ranger goalie, Cam Talbot, plays one on the wing. That's tipped down the ice. No icing here. And Robert Bertuzzo retreats for the Blues. Here is Brodziak, the former Oiler, a one-time draft choice of this club. And then for Joel Edmondson. And he tries to work it up the boards, puts it on the glass. Reeves can't get it off his glove it out, and that stays in the zone. Edmondson now for Bertuzzo. Short pass, and then Brodziak rink wide. Here comes Edmondson. And that pass tipped at the line, and the Oilers do break it up. And now taken by Benoit Pouliot, who is signed as a free agent.
That's where Edmondson's going to want to get that puck instead of laterally along the blue line, because he's the defenseman, to get that one deep and just make the simple play in that one there. But he's got to have a little bit of nerves as well, playing in his first game right here in Edmonton.
The Blues healthy scratches tonight. Chris Butler and Scott Gomez. As Gomez has yet to appear in a game for the Blues. Now it is Schwartz in there.
And again, we don't know how long Kevin Shattenkirk will be out. We just do know that it's not an injury from his previous surgery that he had last year late in the season.
Yeah, the abdominal surgery. Yeah. Now it is Troy Brouwer circling back for Bouwmeester. Shots 5-3 Oilers. 1-1 the score. Blues quickly to... Shots 5-3 Oilers. 1-1 the score. Blues quickly to center. I lost the rebound, but fortunately for him, no Blues player was there.
That's a great play again by Stastny. He did it in the last game in Calgary, a little cutback move. Upshall scored on the rebound, and that one there is a hard save for a goalie to make.
Now the Blues cough it up. And a shot by Nugent Hopkins right on, and a save by Elliott. And the puck up the wing, now grabbed by Stastny across the Gunnarsson. And he delays for Parayko. Blues are changing. Steen's pass goes to the Oilers. And now Lander will lob it in. It's Parayko back first for the Blues. Hard around the wing. Yashkin can't get it out. And here's the youngster Griffin Reinhart, who played against the Blues but was a healthy scratch the last two. Now taken by Upshall. He gets it off the boards and out, but Darren, just like the game in Calgary the other night, a very good pace up and down.
It is, but this time spent in the Blues zone wouldn't have happened. Parayko made the right play getting it to the winger, which is Yashkin. I know it's hard to do, but the winger's job is to make sure that puck gets out of the zone. And instead, it went back into the Blues zone, and it caused about 40 seconds of the Blues reeling in there.
Yeah, the Blues have not had as many clean exits as they would like tonight. Now Edmonton a drive right on goal, and a save by Talbot.
Good shot.
As he looks here for his first NHL goal. Now a race, and Edmonton gets there ahead of another rookie, Anton Slepyshev, who's out of Russia. And it goes back down the ice. Now Schultz for Klefbom. Klefbom was scored the other night in Dallas in that 4-2 loss. Blues break it up. And that's tossed in deep by Reeves. Klefbom there, odd all over him. He gives it up, and now Brodziak on the forecheck, but the Oilers get it. And the speedy Taylor Hall to center ice. Blues intercept, now Klefbom again. Working on Bouwmeester. To Schultz, a shot, and that's turned away by Elliott. And then the Oilers on the forecheck, but Bouwmeester very calmly up now for Pietrangelo.
Yeah, good reverse by Bouwmeester. No panic whatsoever. I thought Bouwmeester played his best game in the game in Calgary so far this year.
And then Brodziak run off the puck by former Wisconsin Badger Justin Schultz. Blues trying to hold it in. Gunnarsson cannot. And he sends it back in his own zone. And now Parayko. Up the wing. Schwartz into Brouwer. Chips it back for the goal, Laterra, who has scored the Blues goal. Korpikoski has the Edmonton marker. Now Laterra has a man in front. It's Parayko, long shot, and that was tipped and it goes high. Swatted back of the goal for Brouwer. He's worked over by Sekera. And then Brouwer, another hit on Sekera. And a couple of players try to pry it free. Schwartz there for the Blues. And he maintains possession. And now down low to Pouliot. And bangs it off the glass to center ice. Under 10 to play here in the first period. Non-stop action. Drive.
Schwartz. They're going for a line change. And a lot of times you see the Blues just dump that.
23 minutes, 32 seconds of...
For Stastny a drive. That goes wide, rebound in front. Steen banks it, and that goes back on goal. It's in. That goes wide, rebound in front. Steen banks it, and that goes back on goal. It's in the catching glove of Cam Talbot. So the Blues, after a shaky start, have picked it up, and they've tied the game on a goal by Laterra.
Let's go places, and these are our keys to the game, and it's Bouwmeester and Pietrangelo on the back end going up against McDavid, and continued solid puck possession. And the one thing that McDavid got out there on this...
And you mentioned a young player trying to make
one that's
young defenseman called Parayko pushes timing there as Russell turned around with the reverse pass, and Chuck didn't lay up in time. So the first penalty and an early opportunity for the Oilers to get this crowd back on their feet.
Power play brought to you by BioSteel. And then he finished off his hit right after that, kind of follows through with a little bit of speed. It's on the right side of your split screen there. And he's so good at it. I mean, and
Bankers try to get it in there. Shaky stone for Stastny a drive. That goes wide, rebound in front. Steen banks it, and that goes back on goal. It's in. That goes wide, rebound in front. Steen banks it, and that goes back on goal.
Pitlick shoots, he scores.
0.
In the catching goal.
With a second goal this season, and it's 1-0.
Another turnover. Tyler Pitlick takes advantage.
Cam Talbot for the Blues after Shady started back on goal. It's in the catching goal of Cam Talbot for the Blues after Shady started back on goal. It's in the catching goal of Cam Talbot for the Blues after Shady started and they tied the game on a goal line, but Cam Talbot for the Blues after
Quick release gets under the arm of Elliott.
and they tied the game on a
A disappointing start. This one goes right underneath. He overplayed it to the outside, and he found room underneath the elbow.
Tyler Pitlick's been a 5-year pro, and just about every time he gets close to being a regular, he's been hurt. And he's in this opening night lineup, he gets a goal.
Right keyboard shortcut, K button.
Going up against McDavid and continued solid puck possession. And the one thing McDavid got out there on this one, it's young defenseman Colton Parayko pushed him to the outside. That was a good scoring chance. And then he
No
finished
item,
off his
no
save,
item.
but right after that kind of followed through with a little bit of speed. It's on the right side of your split screen there. Yuri Latera, who's got a goal in this game. And Yuri Latera's part of
shot. That goes wide. It is Stasny, Steen, and Tarasenko. And now Schultz wins it back for Edmonton. And then whipped ahead for Taylor Hall. First overall pick in 2010. Although early on, the Oilers have won 6 of 9 faceoffs. Now Schultz, a shot tipped by Hall. It got through and a save by Elliott. And Nugent Hopkins wheels out high. And then Schultz again. That shot to the net. Hendricks tips it way high. And it goes out of play. Well, show your support of St. Louis's efforts to host the IIHF World Junior Championships in 2018 by visiting WJC and STL.com. See how you can help us host the IIHF World Junior Championships in 2018 by visiting WJC and STL.com. See how you can help us showcase the best of St. Louis and win some great prizes at the same time. And Gary, you mentioned it the other night. Chris Zimmerman and the Blues have done a great job of presenting St. Louis as a great option for the upcoming World Juniors, and they're one of 3 finalists. It'd be great to get the tournament.
Yes, it'd be awesome. You'd see, you know, the future of the game, the next Connor McDavid. Maybe you see the. I mean, you look at a guy like Matthew Tkachuk as an example of a kid that's going to be representing the USA as the IIHF examples. His brother Grady as well. You got a lot of St. Louis families, great young players. So the Blues organization doing a phenomenal job. This high tip is something that Todd McClellan has really worked hard at. In both practices that he's had, that we've seen, it's been high tip, shots from the point, change of direction in the high slot. Everybody's gone towards that high Sedin type tip, and it's a dangerous one. And if it's timed perfectly, boys, does it ever wreak havoc on the goaltender?
And the face-off control by the Blues. Now Petrangelo for Brouwer. And then jammed ahead by Jaden Schwartz.
See Mark Fane, the defenseman there. Did he ever step up? Right at as soon as Schwartz got the puck, Fane was right there at the center ice, just chest to chest, making sure he didn't have any room.
Now it's whipped in by Sekera, the Slovakian. Someone has broken his stick behind the Blues goal. Now Schwartz can't move it up.
And again, the defenseman Fane, very aggressive on the pinch.
And it's kept in. And a pass or a shot by Gouliot. That goes through the slot. Blues get it back, and now Latera. Nice feed in for Upshaw. His pass to Petrangelo. And the Oilers break that up. And now back in deep, it's Dale Yakupov. Look out here in front of Upshaw. Was trying to steal it from Eric Greiba.
Well, that's the quickness that Upshaw has in the game, though. He's got some hockey sense and tenacity, and he almost single-handedly took away the breakout for Edmonton.
And now the Blues are led by Parayko. He'll float one behind the goal. Talbot puts it on the glass. And the Blues can't knock it down, and now it's worked on to center for Teddy Purcell. And his pass to the corner. Purcell came in a trade from Tampa Bay. Backus tips it, and this goes back to center ice. The Oilers are one of 8 winless teams entering play tonight. There are also 7 unbeaten teams, so it's either feast or famine for half the league so far. Blues don't get it out. Slepyshev with it. He goes by that broken stick.
Minor penalty.
It's going to be on Gunnarsson. And now Letestu, but the Blues touch it. And we get a whistle. Gunnarsson got the stick in there, and he will go for 2 minutes. At least the Blues hope it's 2.
Carl Gunnarsson goes to the penalty box. It's a one-handed little hook in the hands right here as he follows his man Slepyshev behind the net right there, and the referee's off to the corner, as you can see. Once that stick just gets up there and you want to turn it and corkscrew it a little bit with one hand on your stick, it's by and large it's going to be called, whether it's the worst offense in the world or not. It's 2 hands on your stick in that position. Be firm. You can hack and whack with 2 hands on your stick and be firm and be aggressive. But
3 games.
1 hand in there, they're going to call it.
Edmonton 1 of 9 in the power play. The Blues have killed 7 of 10. They've allowed 1 power play goal in each of their first 3 games. Blues win the face-off, fire it down the ice. For the Oilers, it is Schultz, Nugent-Hopkins, Hall, McDavid, and Pouliot. So 4 forwards here.
Even though Calgary went 1 for 4 in that first period, I mean, it could have been worse.
Well, Bouwmeester has broken his stick here. He gets it from Ott now, his stick. Now Bouwmeester with Ott's stick. They're both left shots, and he gets it off the boards and down.
It's like he's playing with a mini stick, though.
A painter-sized stick.
You're not going to use that very long. He's going to hurt his back.
Now it's Schultz. He wheels away from David Backes on this Oiler power play. Pouliot across now for Hall. Banks it to McDavid. Back for Nugent-Hopkins. And then McDavid again, pressured there by Edmonton, and the Blues clear it. Of course, the Oilers' power play goal in Game 1 was a weird one as we get a whistle here.
Yeah, high stick.
Saturday, it's a full day of college football across the Fox networks, highlighted by West Virginia trying to contain the high-octane offense of the second-ranked Baylor Bears on Fox. It's all Saturday on Fox and FS1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. The Oiler power play goal we mentioned, Nugent-Hopkins, when Pietrangelo banked it off his own man, and Nugent-Hopkins got the goal. He is one of 4 players to score a goal since 12-13 with not a shot on goal, amazingly enough. A rather fluky stat. Now the Oilers get it to the corner, and that pass by Korpikoski was tipped away.
I think as this period's gone on, I think Brian Elliott is kind of regained his foundation and his balance. I think early on, things were happening rather quickly. This is an excellent save by Elliott. Really good save. And not easy when it's that height, that 13 inches around your pad, and it can squeeze in between your arm and your stick. He fought that off nicely. But I think early on, whether it was, the opening ceremonies, there was a little bit of a smoke dust in here. I'm wondering if the vision early on was a little tough. We were downstairs in the fog. We were downstairs when they were practicing it, and it was like fire alarms were going to go off. It looks a lot clearer now, John Kelly.
Now the Oilers on this power play. 20 to go in Gunnarsson's minor. Edmonton gets it near the line. Yakupov with it. Then across to Sekera. He winds up a drive. And a save by Elliott up high. And it goes to the corner, pounded down the ice by Bertuzzo. And that will just about do it.
Little different shot selection Elliott's facing in this power play as compared to the Calgary Flames power play, where it was tic-tac-toe, and it was pretty to watch if you're a Calgary Flames fan, but if you're a goalie, man, it makes you dizzy.
Blues at full strength, drop past Tarasenko, hard wrist shot, fought off by Talbot, and now grabbed by Nugent-Hopkins. He gets it by Schwartz, and then played by Elliott to the corner, but Taylor Hall is there.
Oh, nice play.
And the Blues work it all the way down the ice. Edmonton 2 shots on that power play. Now Gunnarsson for Tarasenko. And Schultz on for Hall. He was paired with McDavid on opening night and out there right now with Connor McDavid, although they did not begin the night together. And now the puck to the corner. Pouliot grabs it. At the line, Reinhardt holds it in. Now McDavid back on the goal. Worked over by big Colton Parayko. And the fine-looking rookie gets it onto center ice. Shovels it back to the Edmonton net.
He's got one more goal than Connor McDavid as far as rookies are concerned. As far as anybody's concerned. But
yeah, he is third in defenseman scoring this year with a couple of goals. And now it comes around now for McDavid. His dad, by the way, Brian, is on hand again tonight. His mom and dad flew in from Toronto today. And now the Oilers center it, but Edmonton there as Yashkin knocked an Oiler player down. That was Yakupov, the fans yelled no call. And the Blues are offside. And now we have Upshaw involved on the far side with Reinhardt.
offside play is going to be whistled down.
And we get a break in the action with 2:43 to go. Blues and Oilers are tied at 1. Thank you, Scott. As Mr. and Mrs. Parayko look on, they were in Calgary the other night, and as this is almost a... Thank you, Scott. As Mr. and Mrs. Parayko look on, they were in Calgary the other night, and as this is almost a home game for them, yeah, but watching Colton play tonight.
Yeah, but about a 22-minute drive to get here from St. Albert, Alberta.
Shop. Cab desk. Accessibility. Power. But Desiree. Pause key. Pause keyboard. Pause key. Next key. Play key.
Which is also the home of former Oilers great Mark Messier. There's a rink named in his own in a zone.
And again, you know, the zone face-off.
Now Laterra off the boards. Now Brouwer.
He is in yet another defensive zone face-off that he's got to do the grunt work down below and work it on the boards and get it out of the zone.
Now the Oilers up the ice, and Bolmeister gets the puck away from Connor McDavid. Now Laterra off the boards. Now Brouwer for Bolmeister.
See what's become automatic in the breakout this year that became inconsistent last year? As soon as the puck gets moving out of the blue zone, the weak side defenseman is up already. And that's the outlet. And it's working like it worked 2 years ago.
That's part of being more aggressive. Now McDavid ahead to Yakupov. And he puts it off the glass to the Blues line with 80 seconds left in this opening period.
And I think aggressive is right, but consistent is right. It's a reliable play where the winger that gets the puck or the player on the board, he knows that weak side defenseman is going and getting in there.
What did Ray Bennett tell us before the game? You want to be aggressive, but not so much that you have all kinds of accidents and wrecks along the way.
Reckless meaning you got to manage the and getting in there.
What did Ray Bennett tell us before the game? You want to be aggressive, but not so much that you have all kinds of accidents and wrecks along the way.
Reckless meaning you got to manage the game with the right amount of risk. It's always nice catching up with Ray Bennett,
who's from nearby Red Deer.
That's right. Hey, he was just telling me about a burger place that's on the way to Red Deer. I was getting hungry. He was talking about it.
Yeah, Bernie's favorite spot, right?
Yeah.
Oilers play it back in. Here's Gunnarsson.
And by the way, no pierogies here at the media meal room. I was a little disappointed. I guess we need to bring Bernie for them to make us pierogies.
Now Edmonton long rink-wide feed. And Reeves will jam it in. As they count it down here, 20 to go in the opening period. Oilers almost fumbled the puck. Ott was in there, but now Talbot for Korpikoski. And off the boards and out. And a race, and Bertuzzo back there against Purcell. And a good job by Bertuzzo. Oilers keep on moving. Lander to the line, and that's good. Period comes to an end. Reeves and Ott were on a 2-on-1 break. As the Oilers have a quick start, they get a goal from Korpikoski at 1:36. But less than 2 minutes later, Laterra ties it, and that's the way we finish the first period. The Blues are outshot 10-7 in the opening fray. It's the Oilers' final home opener here at Rexall Place. And after one, we're tied at 1.
defense. We've mentioned this before. They want to be more aggressive. That was a good play by Bortuzzo. It just hopped over the stick of Backus. You want to be active in the offensive zone. This was a great shift by Alex Pietrangelo. Kept the play alive, not once, but twice in that situation. And again, Edmonton late in the period, step up. Don't let the player get the puck and then easily dance into your zone. Make sure you take away the lines, and they will live with any odd man breaks and mistakes along the way. They want to play on their toes. That puts the onus on the forwards to be the third man back and make sure you're in a good spot. I like it that way, and I think that even though Edmonton out-hit the Blues in that first period, I thought as the period went along, the Blues sort of got used to that pace and the way Edmonton was playing.
Stastny wins the opening faceoff. He is on with Tarasenko and Steen. For Edmonton, it is Hall, Nugent Hopkins, then Matt Hendricks. And the Blues shoot it down the ice. Hopkins, then Matt Hendricks. Stastny wins the opening faceoff. He is on with Tarasenko and Steen. For Edmonton, it is Hall, Nugent Hopkins, then Matt Hendricks. And the Blues shoot it down the ice.
So this line here that's on the ice for the St. Louis Blues, they aren't normally on the ice in defensive zone faceoffs, but when there's an icing call, you can't make a change if you're new to the game of hockey. But Tarasenko, Steen, and Stastny, they basically start almost every offensive zone faceoff. But now they've got it in the defensive zone. We'll see how it goes. Zone faceoff. But now they got it in the defensive zone. We'll see how it goes.
Stastny wins the draw. A year ago, Stastny was the best face-off man in the NHL on the road.
Amazing numbers.
That's 60%.
And does that ever help? Because when you're on the road, you've got to put your stick down first. Well, now in the NHL this year, it's kind of the Ron Francis, Steve Yzerman rule, but they have, in the defensive zone, you have to put your stick down first, no matter what. So let's take a look at our BJC Healthcare Difference Makers. Percentage of offensive zone starts at even strength. So they're getting the candy. I mean, they're offensive-minded. They're the ones that trot out there. If there's an icing call, they get out there, and Stastny's so good on the dots, they get a lot of puck possession, a lot of scoring chances because of that.
Now the Blues send it in deep. Jammed around by Mark Fane. Kept alive by Bomeister. And now grabbed there by Laterra. He has scored the Blues goal. And then Brouwer helps out. Laterra muscles his way back to the Oiler net. As Fane has him wrapped up.
Good release in there by Brouwer. You see, three forwards were down low, and Brouwer slid out to be the third man high.
And now it comes Frida Yakupov ahead to McDavid. And he comes in with his great speed. The 18-year-old in front, tipped by Pouliot. And that goes just wide, and now the Blues net comes free, and now Brouwer gets involved with an Oiler player.
Well, Yakupov was in the crease, and he was battling away, and that's what Troy Brouwer's all about. Get in there and push him out. After Connor McDavid had a pretty good rush right there, and that was high towards the shoulders there of the goaltender Brian Elliott. There's the play as Yakupov's driving hard to the net, and he keeps going. And you see that he extends his arms kind of in a cross-checking manner, and that made it a dangerous play. That's exactly why Troy Brouwer is going at him. Because Yakupov's driving hard to the net, and he keeps Brian Elliott. See that he... There's the play as Yakupov's driving hard to the net, and he keeps going. And you see that he extends his arms kind of in a cross-checking manner, and that made it a dangerous play. That's exactly why Troy Brouwer is going at him. Because Yakupov's extension of his arms were going right at the helmet, right at the mask of goaltender Brian Elliott. Ah, you love a guy that protects the goaltender. I love Troy Brouwer. I want him in front of me.
Spoken from the heart from a former goaltender who once in this building was the #1 star in a game that featured Wayne Gretzky as the #2 star, and you've never let 99 forget that, have you?
Oh, he's forgotten it because he wouldn't even know.
That featured Wayne Gretzky is the #2 star, and you've never let 99 forget that, have you?
Oh, he's forgotten it because he wouldn't even have known that. All I know is our coach wanted us in the room. I made 50 saves. Our assistant coach, Wayne Thomas, said, well, wait a second, what star are you? And the young man that was pointed it out said, he's the first star. And Wayne Thomas said, who's the second star? And the young man said, Wayne Gretzky's the second star. Wayne Thomas said, go take a twirl around the ice for me. Never be first star, and Gretzky would be second star again. It was a pretty neat moment for me.
Garrett, I mentioned I talked to Connor McDavid's dad, Brian, today. He said one time when Connor was 15 years old, his phone rang, and he didn't recognize the number. He answered it. It was Wayne Gretzky. Calling Connor McDavid at 15 to talk to him, to tell him about how to handle the pressure. I mean, this kid was a phenom when he was 10, and Wayne Gretzky called him at age 15. Wayne Gretzky calling Connor McDavid at 15 to talk to him, to tell him about how to handle the pressure. I mean, this kid was a phenom when he was 10, and Wayne Gretzky number. He answered it. It was Wayne Gretzky. Calling Connor McDavid at 15 to talk to him, to tell him about how to handle the pressure. I mean, this kid was a phenom when he was 10, and Wayne Gretzky called him at age 15.
That doesn't surprise me, but it's a wonderful story. And it just, more stories like that need to be told about what Wayne Gretzky and the Gordie Howes and the Bobby Orrs, the legends of our game, the greatest of the greats, and what they do to pass it along. That's just paying it forward, isn't it? That's phenomenal stuff.
Now the puck up the boards. That goes by Slepyshev, but no icing here. And the rookie against Edmonton, a fellow rookie. Now Letestu comes in there for the Oilers. But then David Backus finds Bertuzzo in this 1-1 game. In on the wing now for Upshaw, a shot, and that was off target by a couple of feet, and it caroms all the way down the ice. And Colton Parayko, and he dangles in front of his own goal. Very confident with the puck for a kid in his 4th NHL game. Here he comes. Now Parayko going wide, tripped up, and both referees let it go.
That's amazing. That's one of those. That's a trip in. I said that's a trip in any league.
I guess they ruled he tripped on the lines. I don't know.
I think they raised them this year.
Right. Now the Blues get the puck out with Oct. And he's run to the ditch on the far side by Nugent Hopkins. And Talbot sets it up now for Schultz. And Ryan Nugent Hopkins. That is dumped in by Matt Hendricks. And around the roulette wheel it goes. Steen back there for the Blues.
Good strong play there by Steen.
And he was tripped up by Hall, and that is called.
Yeah, both referees immediately put their arms up. So, number one, they likely heard it from the bench with the non-call on Parayko.
Yeah, they must have heard you, Panger.
But that's a legitimate call right there.
Yeah.
Both were trips. They missed one, they got the other one.
So with the late penalty here, Elliott goes off. And he will dump it in. And now the Oilers tough. And he will dump it in. With the late penalty here, Elliott goes off. And he will dump it in. Penalty here, Elliott goes off. And he will dump it in. And now the Oilers touch it.
Well, you mentioned Colton Parayko with his 2 goals the other night. He played 18 minutes and 13 seconds.
Desiree Pepin group. I forgot my Shaw pin. Play keyboard shortcut K button.
Pause keyboard to stick the butt end of the stick. It looked like maybe Nugent Hopkins got him in the hip and tripped him. And then there's the tripping right there. Good strong move. And if I recall correctly, Taylor Hall went down in St. Louis. And it was a tripping call against him then. Well, now he trips up Steen, and the Blues go on their first power play.
They're 2 for 7 on the year. The Oilers have killed all 9 power plays against in their first 3 games. The Blues were 0 for 3 on opening night against Edmonton.
Yeah, they got Korpikoski and Letestu, 2 real good, solid veterans to lead their first penalty kill unit.
Now Steen for the captain Backus. He gets it back. Backus to the net, and he fans on it. Now Pietrangelo right in front. A shot from the wing, and a save on Stastny by Talbot.
What a save by Talbot, moving to his right. Pietrangelo must have felt like by the time he settled that puck down, the defenseman and the goalie were in good position. He tries to go to the weak side, which is a left-hand shot, but the first one was fanned on there by Backus after a nifty play by Steen. And there's the play on the near side, as you can see, the fanned-on play. And wow, that was actually a heck of a pass. And Pietrangelo's out of the picture, and you're thinking he's going to fire it on the net. He's trying to catch everyone by surprise. And if you look at Stastny, he's soured. Looks like he soured himself for not getting that puck up. And all he could do, though, is shovel it towards the goalie. It's a tough play right there with all the bodies in front. Remember that first save of the game on opening night at Scottrade that Talbot made on Tarasenko. Just a beauty with his left pad. That was a good one moving in the other direction.
Of course, Talbot was the backup to Henrik Lundqvist. Had to play quite a bit last year when Lundqvist hurt his neck. And the Oilers win the faceoff. Klefbom will rip it down the ice. And 40 gone in the Blues power play. And now Colton Parayko on defense with Bouwmeester. And here's Big Bo to center. Oilers back in. And he plays it around the boards for Laterra. He tried to make a play. Now Brouwer on the wing. It comes in front, but Klefbom is right there for the Oilers, and they kill some more time.
Obviously, Bouwmeester hasn't seen a whole lot of power play time. Shattenkirk being injured, that gives Bouwmeester an opportunity. 85% of his shifts come at even strength for Bouwmeester.
Now Bouwmeester in for Schwartz, looking for his first goal of the year. And he pulls up, and a pass back was tipped a bit, and it goes by Steen. And the Blues have to backtrack.
Yeah, I think maybe Parayko can yell for that maybe a little harder. He was wide open there on the same side of the ice.
And now Pietrangelo at the line. That's tipped away and then dealt back down the ice by Mark Letestu. So nothing doing so far on the Blues' initial power play. Here's Steen for Pietrangelo. He gains the red line. In deep it goes. Back as a hit on Greiba. And now Connor McDavid back there for Benoit Pouliot. And here come the Oilers, 2-on-2, short-handed. Pouliot a shot, and that goes just wide right on the ice. And then Steen for the Blues.
Good backside pressure there with 4 forwards on the ice and 1 defenseman, Pietrangelo.
And Hall is back. The Blues, 2 shots on the power play.
And Tarasenko had to really come back hard to the middle and get going and get into an extra gear to nullify an odd man break. So good defensive awareness there by Vladdy Tarasenko. And well, you should at that point, but he's got good hockey sense. He's not just a one-man offensive wrecking crew, but here he is on the right side now at the center of your screen, gets on the inside right there, well-schooled, well-positioned play, so there's no dangerous scoring chance. That sucks the gas right out of you. Good to see that banter on the bench, huh? And as he's looking at Paul Stastny, they're looking at what went wrong on that power play because they just never got control of it in the offensive zone. They never slowed it down and were able to set the puck up.
Tarasenko has points in his first 3 games. Blues win the faceoff. Here comes Parayko to the net. In front of Laterra. The shot, and that goes just wide. What a setup by Parayko. And the Oilers to center ice. And Fane. He winds it in deep. And now Yashkin trying to make a play up the wing. That's cut off. Gunnarsson back of the goal. And now Parayko again. But Fane pinches down for the Oilers. As the Oilers activate their defense. Here's Hall setting up back of the goal. Under some heat there from Parayko. And then Hall in there as well. Now Upshaw shoots it around the other side. Klefbom at the line. And he'll tip it deep again. And now for Nugent Hopkins. And again a battle behind the goal. Oilers get it in front. And a shot by Nugent Hopkins. I think it was blocked at the defense.
What a pass by Taylor Hall. Small area, quick pass right there. Nugent Hopkins, I thought he got a stick on that.
And now a long stretch pass. That was tipped away by Upshaw. Blues go back and get it. Elliott up the wing. Steen was knocked down. And Letestu holds it in for Edmonton. And now back to the goal. Slepyshev and Pietrangelo bumps shoulders. And the puck to center ice for Steen. He's rocked hard by Schultz. And now the Oilers get it. Slepyshev again. In on the wing. A high drive by Letestu. Fought off by Elliott. And kept in by the Oilers. Slepyshev a drive. And that was turned away by the Blues goaltender. Now Letestu. Pietrangelo stick of Schwartz. Takes go in the second in a 1-1 game. Oilers attacking. Reinhardt a shot. That's off traffic in front. And now Tarasenko takes a hit but gets it out for Steen. And then trying to hit Tarasenko. His pass in front for Stastny. And that goes just wide. Here's Pietrangelo back of the goal. And he looks for the wraparound. It comes to Schwartz. And a shot on goal and a save by Talbot. As that pinballed around in front, right on the stick of Schwartz. We're tied at 1 here in the second.
Well, tonight's cold, hard facts are brought to you by Clean, Crisp, Coors, Light. And there is the young stud on the blue line, Colton Parayko, born in St. Albert. First rookie defenseman with a game-winning goal this season and a +3 rating. And certainly when you scout a player, you look for things like this early on. Good hockey sense, makes the play to the open man because his angle's sharp. And then he gets all the way back as his parents are watching. Karen and Tom Parayko proudly watching their son play. And, you know, a shout out along the way. Certainly one guy that deserves a lot of credit is Marshall Davidson, amateur scout for the Blues at the time, and now has joined his brother JD up in Columbus. But he and Denny Janelle, boy, did they hound young Colton Parayko when he was 5'9", 5'10". Was playing midget AA, then playing in the Alberta Junior Hockey League with Fort McMurray, and they're just hoping that no one else was watching the same player they were, and ends up that they really were sending an urgent message to the Blues, and this is the guy that they want, and they got their guy, and look what he's turned out to be.
Yeah, they got him in the 3rd round, and again, Blues are a little bit coy. They didn't want to scout him too much, as they were fearful that it could tip off other organizations. I guess the Maple Leafs were somewhat interested in Colton Parayko.
Well, yeah, you know, Marshall would say to JD and Doug Armstrong, look at, we're not going to go to that game. All the scouts are going to be there. So I'm going to drive 5, 6, 7 hours. I'm going to go watch that game and that game and that game as Doug Armstrong, the general manager and president, looks on here in Edmonton. And so I'll play it like we're not that interested in them, but I'm going to go watch him try. And obviously they coveted Colton Parayko, and they got Colton Parayko. But who would have thought he was going to turn out to be a 6'5", 225, smooth skating, good hockey sense, terrific young man. I mean, well brought up. I mean, credit to Tom and Karen, because he stands up and shakes your hand when he sees you.
It looks in your eye, it smiles.
Your eye. The entire training staff is just in love with this guy. He's got good manners. He's a respectful kid. It's wonderful to see. The entire training staff is just in love with this guy. He's got good manners. He's a respectful kid. It's wonderful to see.
So some sleuth-like scouting by the Blues lands Colton Parayko. Now it's Edmonton back of the goal. He was checked. Oilers try to center. It's off the skate of Elliott and under his right pad.
And see the way the Edmonton Oilers are going to the blue.
Colton Parayko. Now it's Edmonton back of the goal. He was checked. Oilers try to center. It's off the
second,
and
penalty.
So the shot. And Elliott on the stick. And Purcell the shot. And a hooking minor, I think, on the Blues.
That's going to be on Colton Parayko. That'll be his...
End button. Shop access. Desiree Pepin. No item.
Second minor penalty so
0%
far.
vertically scroll.
Look, he wants to have a conversation with Billy Sutherland, the veteran referee.
2 minutes for hooking.
On the right side, he just, right here, nothing going on.
October 12th,
Nothing going on.
0%
He lifted his stick at the timing of the puck going there. That was the right play. Maybe the stick was up there around the elbow.
At one end, you got Lucic. He's a veteran player trying to make his mark in the National Hockey League. That timing there as Russell turned around with the reverse pass, and Kachuk didn't lay up in time. So the first penalty and an early opportunity for the Oilers to get this crowd in time. So the first penalty and an early opportunity for the Oilers to get this
for one in the power play. Now played back on the Blues goal. As 4 players come together and they feed it out high for Schultz. Broken up by Ott. Good play. Short pass to Bomeister, and he hammers it down the ice.
4 forwards on the ice on this power play unit again, with McDavid and Schultz manning the back part of it with Nugent Hopkins.
Oilers 1 for 10 on the year. Last year they were just about 18%. It comes in front. Elliott makes the save, and he knocks the rebound away from Nugent Hopkins, and chopped by Brouwer, and then he chops Nugent Hopkins in the leg for good measure.
Yeah. He gets his money worth on every shift.
Yakupov with his great speed. He'll drop it off. And that was intercepted by Schwartz. It goes out of play, and there will be a face-off in the blue zone.
Well, when Yakupov gained speed like that, he ran out of real estate. That's good, smart playing by the St. Louis Blues. David Backes again getting lots of time on the penalty kill. He and Brouwer have just become a real good, solid, reliable, hard to play against, big body, beef on the bun tandem. But Yakupov gained the zone with speed, but then he drops it off to the defenseman that's right there, 2 feet from him. And so he put them both in kind of a little bit of trouble there.
Now Purcell for the Oilers, 45 to go in the power play. In the slot, Lander can't get a shot. Sekera will. That's off a shin pad in front. Now for Yakupov. And the young Russian surveys the situation. A high drive, hits glass, comes to center. That won't make the other 4 players on the ice very happy.
No, it will not.
You take a shot like that and miss everything. Now Purcell back of the line. That's blocked. And then scooped away by Brodziak.
The thing is, you have to have a real heck of a shot to be able to score from outside there on a wrister like that against NHL goalies. That's not going in on too many guys.
Maybe number 10 Guy Lafleur could score, but not number 10 Yakupov.
Yeah, and we've seen some great shots from the outside in the NHL this year to score goals on the rush. But by and large, it's on the rush where you've got speed and it's a 3-on-2 and you know, the center lane drive with a weak side forward and you're rifling high over the goalie, but not when you're in a stationary position like that. And I'm sure that that's what, I don't know exactly what Todd's saying to him, but he's giving him some encouragement while at the same time saying, settle it down. There's a lot more options than just you taking a wrister from there. And if you're going to take a wrister, you better darn well hit the net.
And the Blues have now killed it off. No shots against on that second power play. And that's an icing call. Well, Kevin Shattenker's bobblehead night is coming up on Thursday, October 29th, when the Blues take on the Ducks. It's the first of 4 great bobblehead nights this year. Get there early. The first 12,500 will get a Shatty bobblehead. Visit stlouisblues.com/promotions for details and tickets.
We have one in the building, but what we're going to do is we're going to show it to the fans tomorrow night in Vancouver because we've got a different broadcast position where our camera's right there. And so you'll see it. It's good. It's a good one.
Yeah, we'll debut it tomorrow night. Now the Blues attacking. Here's Pietrangelo, Tarasenko on the backhand. And a save by Talbot. Now he centers it. Fired wide. Schwartz back to a wide open Bouwmeester. And then for Tarasenko. Turns and fires it. And that's fought off by Talbot. And the Oilers take over, and here they come to center ice. Nugent-Hopkins now for Hall. In the slot to Schultz. Right on goal, and a save by Elliott. And the Blues clear the rebound to center ice.
Really good save there by Elliott. But I like the desire shown by Vladimir Tarasenko on that first part of that power play. Oh, not a power play, 5-on-5, excuse me.
Now a long pass.
It looked like a power play.
Hendricks, it did. And the play continues. Now Bouwmeester with it. With 8 to play in this scoreless second period. Korpikoski has scored for the Oilers. Laterra for the Blues. Now Upshaw. He gets it in deep. Behind the goal for the big captain, David Backes. Little short pass to Yashkin. And now Backes again. Flips it in front. And a shot by Upshaw. Tricky play. That goes wide. And Upshaw's pass picked up by Purcell. He goes up the middle to himself, but Elliott will swat it away. And then Bertuzzo, a big hit on the far side on the Finn Korpikoski. And now the Oilers get it back. Lander to the line. Here's Greiba. He is wide open. And that was a pass, I think, goes to the corner. Taken by Lander again on the cycle, but no one is home on the left point. And the Oilers have to go back.
It's still a heck of a shift, though. Really good shift in small areas of the ice for the Edmonton Oilers right there.
And then Yakupov at the line. He was belted by Yashkin. Chopped that by Bertuzzo. And now taken by Tarasenko.
Oh, nice little stutter step to wait.
Now Parayko up the middle. Here's Tarasenko in the clear shot, and that goes wide. An Oiler hounded him from behind and prevented that shot from going on goal.
Yeah, that was Pouliot, and still Tarasenko, he just wouldn't go away. Stuck with it. He's on a mission here in the second period.
And now McDavid a shot. That was blocked. And then Gunnarsson goes down, and a cross-checking minor. So down, and a cross-checking minor. So a power play, I think it's going to be for the Oilers in this 1-1 game.
A little nudge from behind, a little discreet one. It looked like it was Gunnarsson that tied him up, but on second look, Tarasenko gets the cross-check.
And the Oilers on their third power play. 0 for 2 tonight. Schultz on the line now, McDavid. And then Schultz again. Here's McDavid in the circle. And a shot blocked by Petrangelo. And then is it St. Louis on that second?
You've got to score from outside there on a wrister like
that's blocked. And then
yeah,
maybe number 10 Guy Lafleur could score, but
that real heck of a shot to be able to score from outside there on a wrister like that against NHL goalies. That's not going in on too many guys.
Maybe number 10 Guy Lafleur could score, but not number 10.
Keyboard shortcut.
Another turnover.
We've seen some great shots from the outside in the NHL this year to score goals on the rush. But by and large, it's on the rush where you've got speed and it's a 3-on-2, and you know the center lane drive to the weak side forward, and you're right front high over the goalie. But not when you're in a state, you know the center lane drive to the weak side forward, and you're right front high over the goalie. But not when you're in a stationary position like that. And I'm sure that's what
goes right underneath. He overplayed it to the outside and he found room underneath the elbow.
Tyler Pitlick's been a 5-year pro, and just about every time he gets close to being a regular, he's been hurt. And he's in this opening night lineup, gets a goal.
I should think it's because of injury that he's doing as well and taking advantage of it.
The right hash mark as a left-hand shot. See with all
the glass to center. He was there with Oct.
But it's a fight. You just have to and help out. Whenever your team's
and that goes towards I think it's going to be for the Oilers.
Sanko gets the cross check.
And the Oilers on their line now, McDavid. And then Schultz again. Here's McDavid in the circle. And a shot blocked by Petrangelo. And then played by Brodziak off the glass to center. He was there with Oct. But that was broken up, but the Blues would have had a 2-on-1, and now the Oilers guilty of a hand pass.
Well, you can see with all the young skill that the Edmonton Oilers have, from Schultz on the right point to McDavid on the right hash mark as a left-hand shot. And it's always nice to see Captain Canada, Ryan Smith, one of the great Oilers, number 94, as he came out to a standing, rousing ovation. Who will forget the emotional farewell when he was sent back to the New York Islanders on trade deadline day several years ago.
By the way, the Oilers are wearing their original WHA uniforms tonight. The orange uniforms will wear them 7 times tonight.
That's why Al Hamilton, the first captain of the Oilers, he dropped the ceremonial first puck.
So they'll wear them 7 times this season in their final year at Rexall on this power play. Now it is Hall for Schultz.
I like them.
To Hall, wide open, blocked by Gunnarsson. And then Schultz again. Backus is around him, now in for Hall. Pass in front. Pinballs around off the goalpost. It is still loose. That was close. And the Oilers, with 55 to go on the power play, McDavid in front to Hall. And he goes back to the goal. McDavid and Hall play catch. Now Schultz, the shot, and a save by Elliott. And no further play.
Good save. David Backus comes reeling in there after McDavid was snooping around trying to help out. And Backus comes in and cow ties him and drags him out of the huddle right there. But boy, McDavid and Hall behind the net. Little tic-tac-toe play. This one hit the post right here on the backhander. Just trickled maybe. Good left pad save there on the second attempt. And then the little give and go behind there. Hall had received it from McDavid. Shot from the point. And watch McDavid come in. Now watch Backus. Get out of there.
But as you said earlier, you've got to do a great job of clearing bodies, protecting your goaltenders, and sending a message.
Well, don't pretend like nothing's happening. go in there with some sense and help out. Whenever your team, there's an odd man against your team, and even if not, it's even, make sure it's odd man. Make sure you get in there. You don't have to fight. You just have to get in there.
Oilers on the power play. They play it back the line. And Sekera, hounded by Steen, who might have gone to the locker room earlier. We're not sure. We had some reports he did, but quite obviously he is back. Now the puck in the corner. Pietrangelo knocks it away from the Oilers player. Then Yakupov recovers. Plays it back in the cage again. Pietrangelo now down low. Stastny there quickly, and a good backhand clear by Paul Stastny. And 15 to go in Tarasenko's minor. Here comes Oscar Klefbom. And then drilled in by Purcell. And that goes on the dasher. Out of the corner, Ott there. Tarasenko is back. And the Oilers 0 for 3, and they had 3 shots. Tarasenko is loose in the Edmonton zone. But a good job by Klefbom to break that up. Now the Blues get it back. Schwartz wide open a shot, and Hall blocked it. And that goes 1 in the home. Schwartz wide open in the slot. Blocked it, and that goes out of play. As Schwartz was wide open in the slot. Still leave it at 1 in the home of Wayne Gretzky here in Edmonton. All right, guys, thank you very much. Face off in the Oilers zone. Schwartz steps in. Schwartz played a lot of center in preseason, so he's pretty good in the face-off circle. Blues get it off the wall. Here's Tarasenko, and didn't get a lot of mustard on the shot, and that was stopped by Talbot.
This just keeps Tarasenko on the ice on an offensive zone face-off. He's 4 goals. That's what his duration. Boy, did we get used to that. He scored 893 more goals after that. Totaled 894. That one was against Glenn Hanlon, the goaltender for the Vancouver Canucks.
Former Blues goaltender. And the Blues win the face-off. Tarasenko, he scores with a rocket.
Head go state aid. Cam Talbot's
big he comes in. Bill pad in front. And now it's Stastny and Steen working the corner. Oilers with it. Nugent Hopkins out of the zone. And fired back in by Bouwmeester. Tarasenko gets the goal from Bouwmeester and Laterra.
Yep, Laterra, it's a set play on the dot. Your left defenseman goes down by the hash marks. Laterra, the left-hand shot, plays it towards him. And if executed like it was just executed, it ends up that way. At least it ends up with a glorious shot on goal, but this one ends up in the net.
Now the Blues play it in deep. Puck on the wall. Backus cuts it off. Great pass back for Parayko. And the rookie fires it. Hit traffic. Rebound for Upshaw. Right on goal, and a save by Talbot. And now for Gunnarsson.
Yeah, the Blues can do themselves a favor and start rifling pucks towards the net, putting a lot of pressure on this Edmonton Oilers defense. That was their goal earlier in the game.
Now Parayko to Backus. And at the line, good support there by Yashkin, but now it trickles to center ice. With 2.5 to play here in the second. The Blues leading for the first time. That's kicked back in the goal by Yashkin. And the Oilers throw it high, glove down, but now collected by Purcell. To the Parayko corner. Tipped along now for Tarasenko. Look out Yashkin, he goes by Yakupov and rolls it back to the Oiler net. And then Pouliot over there will get it and shoot it down the ice.
Yeah, on that play by Yashkin, he might as well fire that in real hard. Because you know your far side defenseman's up there at the right point instead of a soft little dump like that where it's easy for the Edmonton Oilers defenseman to get to.
Now the Blues tic-tac-toe through center. Schwartz comes in for Laterra. And the Oilers intercept and back to center ice it goes. And it's drilled around by Edmondson. As the Blues are making a change here in the fly. Oilers follow suit with their Taylor Hall line.
Also, and one little change in the combinations there, taking Tarasenko away from Stastny and Steen, has paid off for the Blues.
And now the puck trickles to center. Blues get back. Bouwmeester. And he had Ott open. That goes over his stick. He races after it. And Reinhardt up the boards, and this comes to center ice. Oh! And now Bouwmeester.
Boy, Pietrangelo ever take a almost pretty late hit there by Hendricks, although it was a clean hit.
And now, speaking of hits, there's a hit by Reeves. In the Bolmeister.
Boy, Petrangelo ever take a almost pretty late hit there by Hendricks, although it was a clean hit.
And now, speaking of hits, there's a hit by Reeves. In the final minute of the second period. Reinhardt around for Hall. And he coughs it up. Petrangelo in there. Along with Oct. Back to a wide open Reeves. And then Petrangelo again. Shovels it back to the goal. Blues trying to make a change here. Steen is on the ice. Now Steen back to the goal, but he can't get there in time. And Gryba for the Oilers. Under pressure, they can't clear it. And lobbed in by Bolmeister and caught by Talbot.
He's wrong on the dot, and there's it back.
Todd with faceoffs. Talked about just that issue this morning. Getting support off faceoffs. And the Blues did there, and it led to a goal. And Parayko a shot. Rebound. Oh, Stas, they had a wide open goal. Couldn't get it back on net. And now Parayko again. Out high, Tarasenko. And a shot tipped. And ends up in the corner. And time will run out here.
And then the call that McDavid got for the penalty shot. Entertaining night in the first game at Rogers Place on Scotiabank. Wednesday night hockey. Oilers by 2 through 2. Here's Darren Millar.
The Blues with their third period.
October 12th, 1 hour. NHL October 15/2018 Mysteries Edmonton Oilers use your audio playing tab item and choose video player group cross keyboard shortcut K button 0% for 0% for the score.
And we are back. We check tonight's Infinity Game summary. The Blues leading 2-1 after 2. The shots are dead even at 17 apiece, as are the scoring chances. Laterra and Tarasenko are the goal scorers for the Blues.
Well, the Tarasenko show continues here. And there was a moment in that set. Why? Because when he's on the ice, good things happen. So you might as well give him the candy on the offensive zone faceoff with the great center iceman to win faceoffs for the Blues.
In his last 11 regular season and playoff games, Tarasenko 10 goals, 4 assists.
Yeah.
And the Blues leading 2-1.
Pretty good numbers,
I would say. Blues are 1-0 when leading after 2. The Oilers are 0-1 when trailing. Now the puck played by Steen. On to center ice, Stasny. That is broken up. Puck bomb had his pocket picked by Tarasenko. He works in. And a hard shot and a rocket goes wide. And the Oilers play it up the middle. Blocked by Tarasenko. Again a shot. And that goes high and wide. He's all over the ice. You can only hope to contain him. And now the Oilers take over and Taylor Hall. And now Nugent Hopkins to center ice. That goes around the boards.
The interesting part is he's trying to go high to the glove side on Talbot. I did a little research on Talbot, and that's not an area that he gives up a whole lot of goals. It's the 5-hole that he's given up the most amount of goals, at least last year anyway.
I think Talbot has seen enough of Tarasenko.
Yeah, and that's where Tarasenko scored in the opener, actually, on that quick release breakaway at Scott Trade in Game 1 through the legs.
Now the Oilers with it. Fane broken up at the line by Laterra. And the crafty Finn feeds it in, but that is an offside. And the crafty Finn feeds it in, but that is an offside. And the crafty Finn feeds it in, but that is an offside.
Well, we mentioned Cam Talbot. Last year, as a member of the New York Rangers, this is Tarasenko at his best. You want 20,000 fans at the world's most famous building picking up their jaw? That's what happened with that brilliant individual effort. Hello, hockey world. And then Cam Talbot saw him again in Game 1, and instead of waiting and making the deep hockey world, and then Cam Talbot saw him again in Game 1, and individual effort. Hello, hockey world. And then Cam Talbot saw him again in Game 1, and instead of waiting and making the deke on Talbot, he might have surprised him by just rifling that right between the legs. And trying to go.
I've seen him play through Schultenson, but it goes around.
Was Tarasenko, who's a really skilled player as well, playing over 20 years of pro. Real skilled. So when you ask Tarasenko who he learned from or who he watched, he says, my dad. I watch tapes of my dad. The respect he has for his father and his grandfather is just immense.
Now Bertuzzo lobs it back of the goal. Here is Upshaw there for the Blues. And the puck stripped by the Blues again. Now Upshaw on the backhand. Gets it for Yashkin. he is tied up in knots by Reinhart, the 21-year-old defenseman, son of former NHLer Paul Reinhart. Now Griffin gets it away.
Boy, Paul was a good player, wasn't he?
Was he ever?
Man, number 23 for the Calgary Flames. He was good.
Good power forward. Now the Blues off the boards. Backus, speaking of power forwards, he was rocked.
Mike Babcock would say, he's a good player.
It's a pretty good imitation. Now Ott comes in, and that's an 10,000. We'll all lose it. As we get a break. Well, celebrate Oktoberfest with the Blues and Bud Light on Tuesday, October 27th, when the Blues take on Tampa. The first 10,000 fans 21 and older get a Blues-themed collectible beer stein. We'll also have German music, food, and a lot of fun all night. That's on October 27th. Blues get it to the net, and a save by Talbot on Gunnarsson.
He looked behind him, didn't he? He looked behind him. He thought it snuck underneath his pads, and that's to me, that's a smart play. You look behind you and see if it's behind you, you know, and it's not an unsure play. I mean, obviously you don't know where it is, but make sure you look, because if it's there, you can at least capture it at some point. It looked like Gunnarsson maybe fanned on that a little bit, and that's why Talbot was kind of raising it. Point. Looked like Gunnarsson maybe fanned on that a little bit, and that's why Talbot was kind of raising his body upwards, and it went underneath.
How about the Canadians? They win tonight.
Yeah.
Over the Rangers. They're 5-0 for the first time in their 106-year history. The first time they're 5-0. That's amazing to me.
Me too. Absolutely amazing. And, you know, when they won their first 4 games, that had been done 3 times prior, and the previous 3 times they won the Stanley Cup. Absolutely amazing. And, you know, when they won their first 4 games, that had been done. Me too. Absolutely amazing. And, you know, when they won their first 4 games, that had been done 3 times prior, and the previous 3 times they won the Stanley Cup.
So you're going to say they're going to win the Cup this year?
Well, I'd say that with a goalie like Carey Price, you've got a chance. He's just, everybody's wondering, can Carey Price play the same way he played in the Olympics there with Finn Hitchcock and Babcock? Can he play the same way with last year when he won the Vezina, the Hart, the Ted Lindsay Award?
Canadians have a very good hockey club.
Led by a phenomenal goalie.
Now it's Tarasenko going wide. Pass to the front. Stastny was in a battle there, and I think he was held, and we get a minor.
60 volume limit.
Everybody's looking around, though, and Mark Fain's going to be the one going because he's closer to the referee, arguing the call a little bit, I'm sure. Fain he's been aggressive in this game. He's been closing gaps and been aggressive, but here on this rush, you can see his hand reaches out. Oh, well, then he clearly goes around. He's got both hands around Alexander Steen. Fairly easy call to make, and as Bernie Verdugo said, the Blues penalty killing has been good in this game. Now they got a chance on the power play to maybe put a little distance between them and the Oilers here.
They're 0 for 1 tonight. Tarasenko, and a pass across. Good stick in the lane there by Hendricks. And then it goes to Tarasenko again. And he drops it off, but a blind pass picked off by Letestu. And he rips it down the ice. Elliott sets it up. Played by Pietrangelo, not a Steen. And at center ice, it is Stastny into Backus. He can't get loose. Puck rolls around. And Stastny again back of the goal. Backus in some traffic. And away from the traffic. Now back to the line. Tarasenko off the boards. Pietrangelo. Wide open Steen. Winds up and fires it wide. And then Pietrangelo again. 45 gone on the power play. To Tarasenko. Wrist shot blocked. And now Steen off his skates. Here's Backus to Steen. And that was intercepted there. Good play by the Oilers. And they do clear it to center ice. But not very far. Tarasenko back in the zone. Drop pass Pietrangelo. In for Steen. In front. And they score! Stastny, I believe. In for Steen. Very far. Tarasenko back in the zone. They do clear it to center ice. But not very far. And they do clear it to center ice. But not very far. Tarasenko back in the zone. Drop pass Pietrangelo. But for Steen. In front. Zone. Drop pass Pietrangelo. In for Steen. In front. And they score! Stastny, I believe, scores. Pitlick shoots. He scores.
again. 3-0 Oilers.
Cross keyboard shortcut game.
And the Blues.
Another turnover.
Play keyboard shortcut game.
Takes advantage.
3 assists during this hockey game.
Cross keyboard shortcut game.
Blues players were able to keep pucks in, and you talk about little persistency right there. Stastny ends up banging it home. Good for Stastny to get in front of that net. Usually it's obviously big David Backes is there, and you can see that Steen is looking one way.
For Elliott, a disappointing start. This one goes right underneath. He overplayed it to the outside, and it found room underneath the elbow.
Tyler Pitlick's been a 5-year pro, and just about every time he gets close to being a regular, he's been hurt. And it's 3 Oilers this season.
I should think it's because of injuries.
And it's 3 the Oilers this season. The first power play goal against the Oilers this season. And it's 3-1. Stastny gets the goal. That's his first of the year. And that's a big goal to make it 3-1. Now Schwartz a shot. That's blocked by Klepon. And then Laterra goes shoulder to shoulder against Klepon. Steen and Petrangelo got the assist on the goal. As the Oilers thought they had that cleared, but it was out or near the line and stayed in. And it goes in the net. And again, the Oilers fail to clear. Now they do, and here comes McDavid, 3-on-2. For Pouliot, and across, and a one-timer, and a glove save by Elliott on Yakupov.
Really strong execution by the Edmonton Oilers, and a good one-timer by Yakupov. I like the read by Elliott.
NHL October 15/2015.
So one of the few times that Elliott's been tested here in this period, and Edmonton's got to have full-on urgency right here. They've got to be throwing everything but the kitchen sink out towards the goaltenders. We take a look at our Plaza Tire Service scoring summary. Stastny, his first goal of the year. Steen and Petrangelo with the helpers.
And the Blues.
Kitchen sink out towards the goaltenders. We take a look at our Plaza Tire Service scoring summary. Stastny, his first goal of the year. Steen and Petrangelo with the helpers.
And the Blues win the faceoff. And they get the puck to center ice. Here's Brodziak, an original draft choice. Reeves a shot, that goes wide.
And an Edmonton boy has got his home here in the offseason.
Now Greiba to center ice. And then Nugent Hopkins is in there.
You've got a triangle day. The passing lane taken care of right there.
Stastny had 16 goals last year, including a career-high 7 game winners. And he has staked the Blues to a 3-1 lead. Backes works hard against Lander. Now for Upshaw. And then Yashkin. Blues are in Vancouver tomorrow night as they continue on this 6-game road trip. And again, the Blues get it right back in. The Blues have played a lot more hockey in the Oilers' end of the rink in this third period, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, they turned it up a notch, haven't they?
Now the Blues.
A bit of a theme this year.
Here's Backes again in Yashkin, and they get it right back. Those big bodies. Centering feed intended for Petrangelo, and that's off a stick and out the other way.
But even then, like, Korpikoski thinks he's got it out of the zone. There's Petrangelo right in his face. Aggressive, on his toes, keeping the puck in.
And then Bomeister drifts in. That pass blocked. Oilers jam it up the boards. Here comes Hall. He flies in. And a shot and a glove save by Elliott. And he won't take any chances with Nugent Hopkins lurking in the slot. Big power play goal by Stastny gives the Blues a 3-1 lead. In the slot. Big power play goal by Stastny gives the Blues a 3-1 lead.
3-0 Oilers.
Thank you, Scott. As the Wild are off to a very good start. 2-0 to begin play tonight. Arizona, a bit of a surprise in the early going, winning their first 3 games. Here it's 3-1 for the Blues. Face-off 1, 3 games. Here it's 3-1 for the Blues. Face-off 1. Now in front, they score! Hall! Face-off 1. Now in front, they score! It's 3-1 for the Blues. centering feed intended for Pietrangelo, and that's off a stick and out the other way.
But even then, Korpikoski thinks he's got it out of the zone. There's Pietrangelo right in his face. Aggressive, on his toes, keeping the puck in.
And then Bouwmeester drifts in. That pass blocked. Oilers jam it up the boards. Here comes, and then Bouwmeester drifts in. That pass blocked. Oilers jam it up the boards.
They pulled him going out to...
Won the draw by Sarah. And that wobbler it on goal. Here's Greibup. He was hit there by Brouwer. Puck in front. Now back for Bertuzzo. That shot wide. And then it's twisting and turning. Jaden Schwartz. Schwartz again with a nice move. Brouwer. And then Bertuzzo, a fluttering shot. And that's blocked by...
Who shot his feet.
Oh, they win the faceoff. But it was dropped unfairly. Defending team must put their stick down first. And now the test will get tossed, so Hall will take it against Backus. And the Oilers win the draw. Yashkin hounding Mark Fain from behind. And Hall...
Capo cap.
Tips it away and then loses his stick. He wanted a penalty, but the referees let it go. And the Blues captain Backus, he goes wide and to the net, but that was broken up in the last second. And Sekera, number 2 there for Edmonton. Here's Hall getting loose, and he now goes back to his own line for Schultz.
That's one of the keys early on this season. Every line needs to establish their own identity or try to be something you're not. And I think we're seeing that here in this third period.
2 seconds. 1 hours, 28 minutes, 25 seconds of 1 hours, 48. 1 hours, 28 minutes. 1 hours,
the Oilers at center, Korpikoski, that was broken up, and it goes over the boards.
1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hours, 29 minutes.
Blues are playing over 10 and a half minutes for 2 periods. Here is Edmonton.
That's 2 big redwood trees on the blue line. Bertuzzo 6'4", and Edmonton 6'4".
And Edmonton has lost his stick. It's up the boards, and now he kicks it. And the puck is tipped away, and it goes back to center ice. Here the Oilers regrouping. Nugent Hopkins, Edmondson lost his balance to the front, and a great save by Elliott. As Edmondson got trapped a bit as he lost his balance. Now Klefbom a shot blocked. Another shot, that was wide. Penalty coming up here. It's against the Blues.
It's against Bertuzzo with pressure on the Blues. You can see
1 hour, 30 minutes. 1 hour,
wasn't anywhere near him.
1 hour, 30 minutes. 1 hour,
and then Fort Klefbom. Steve Ott on him. Good play by Ott. Now ahead for Brodziak. And he kills some time. Oilers get it back. Yakupov as he swings wide. Lander back of the goal. And Bouwmeester takes a good angle. Puck at the line, but kept in by Sekera. And now the Oilers get set up. Klefbom a shot. And that got through, and a save by Elliott.
That goes away. Loading the...
Blues have a 3-on-2 led by Steen. Steen carries in. And he breaks his stick.
What a shame.
And goes to the bench. And Stastny sends it all the way back for Gunnarsson. And he'll whip it in.
Last year, Alexander Steen scored 15 goals, 11.5% of his on slap shots, amongst the leaders in the NHL. Hard to take a slapper when your twig snaps, though.
Yeah, it doesn't work so well, does it? Now the Oilers keep it in there. Here's McDavid. Gunnarsson gets it away and swatted down the ice by Captain David Backus. And 45 left in Bertuzzo's minor. And Justin Schultz, who was signed after a great career at Wisconsin, a highly sought-after free agent. Yakupov drills it in. Bouwmeester up the boards, Laterra. And a good clear again by the Blues.
Yeah, good communication there. Just a small, short pass there from Bouwmeester, who's tied up with his man. And Laterra likely communicating that he was wide open.
Now Klefbom down the boards, and again Bouwmeester over there with his long reach. And again the Blues kill some time. And some of the sellout crowd a little bit
Upset with the home team.
Two pretty good defensemen right there, and Bouwmeester and Pietrangelo guarding the front.
And the Blues are back at full strength. The Oilers had 2 shots on that power play and are now 0 for 4. And the Blues take over Laterra. He goes back to the near corner for Parayko. Tipped by Tarasenko, out of danger. And Schwartz trying to steal it from Greiba. And again on Greiba. Good job by Greiba. And now walked along by Korpikoski. He scored the game's first goal. Tarasenko off the glass and out. Korpikoski and Hall for the Oilers. Stastny, Tarasenko, and Laterra have scored for the Blues.
Another good aggressive play by Bouwmeester there on Korpikoski in the one-on-one.
And now it comes to Upshaw, who had his first goal as a Blue the other night. In the slot. And the rookie Slepyshev, who has not played a lot tonight, gets it out. An Oiler is down and a tripping call. In the slot. The back is against Nugent Hopkins. Blocked again by Hall. Hopkins sends it back for Schultz. And he walks the line for Hall. A shot blocked by Bouwmeester. And then Hall again. Blocked again by Bouwmeester. And now Taylor Hall to the line to Schultz. And then back for Hall. He's knocked down from behind by Backus.
That's an overpowering body by Backus right there.
And the puck at the line. Now Brouwer stole it, and he's got a break. Nugent Hopkins trying to get him. Break away. Brouwer! And he was caught from behind by Nugent Hopkins.
What an
take a penalty
by the guy they call the Nuge. Great effort right there.
It did not take a penalty. Now Nugent Hopkins again. In for McDavid. To Nugent Hopkins. Broke his stick. And the Blues cleared around the boards and down the ice.
Boy, fine line there for Nugent Hopkins, though, when he's behind like that, huh? And I think he caught Brouwer by surprise. I think Brouwer thought he was in all alone, and Nugent Hopkins never stopped moving his skates.
52 seconds left in Upshaw's minor. Luck bomb. And then Ott breaks it up. And he kicks the puck the other way, and then he kicks Klefbom to the ice.
Well, he felt like he was interfered with first by Klefbom, so he likely got a freebie there.
And it comes around Steen. He jams at it. Puck caroms to the corner. Edmondson up the middle now to Steen, one-on-one. Working on Sekera. And Steen will rag the puck in behind the Oiler goal, killing some time. Under 20 to go in the power play. That's center. Stastny stripped Purcell of the puck. Great job by Paul Stastny. Nail Yakupov for the Oilers. He does a 360. Passes to nobody. And then Schwartz is run to the wall. Upshaw is back. Edmonton 0 for 5 tonight. No shots on that power play. Huge kill by the Blues.
1 hour 30.
And again, that's the kind of moment there for David Backus to take control. Even though he lost the face-off to begin the penalty kill, he goes out to the point, he drills Schultz. He gets the puck out. He just does the little things. He puts a little point, he drills Schultz. He lost the face-off to begin the penalty kill. He goes out to the point, he drills Schultz. He gets the puck out. He just does the little things. He puts a little fear into the puck carrier face-off to begin the penalty kill. He goes out to the point, he drills Schultz. He gets the carrier's puck out. He just does the little things. He puts a little fear into the puck carrier because he's out, going to skate by you. He puts a little fear into the puck carrier because he's not going to skate by you. If he has a chance to go through you, he's going to do just that. And there's the Backus hit right there that led to Brouwer being all alone. Thinks he's got time. Nugent Hopkins. Oh, good play there. See, from our angle, I wasn't sure if how he got it like that, but he did a great job. All he did was keep the puck ahead of him. That's just a tremendous defensive, determined effort by Nugent Hopkins on Brouwer.
That's where Brouwer needed a rear view mirror to see that there was a guy coming behind him. Yeah, I think he thought he was in the clear by 10 feet. 5.5 to go here. And the Blues hang on. They lead 3-2. Now Letestu ahead. Tipped in by Slepyshev. Then corralled by Backus. And then Parayko around now to Tarasenko. He scored his third of the year tonight. Now to Backus. Backus, great pass back to Gunnarsson. And a shot. That's turned away by Talbot. And then Yashkin throws it around. But Tarasenko goes off on a line change.
Hitchcock got Tarasenko out of the ice because of the penalty kill. Get those fresh offensive-minded legs. And quite often Tarasenko does get on the ice following a penalty kill situation just to see if you can catch the other team off guard a little bit.
Now Taylor Hall. He motors back to the goal. Bolmeister, he's played a strong game on defense. Goes to center ice.
Really encouraging. I think his last two games have been excellent.
And now the Blues reorganizing at center ice. 4.5 to play in regulation. And then Bolmeister, rink wide feed. Stastny has some speed. 3-on-2. Drop pass to Steen. And a shot up high. Fought off by Talbot. And it's back to the goal now. And the Blues get it back. Stastny to Steen. And a great save with the left toe by Talbot. Point blank save. And now Connor McDavid at his own line. For Nugent Hopkins. Cuts to the middle. And Edmonton on the back check takes over for the Blues.
Yeah, Edmonton was in deep, and then Tarasenko identified that, so he became the defenseman. I'm not sure about Vladdy's backwards skating just yet. He goes forward pretty quick.
And now Jaden Schwartz. 3 Oilers back. He goes wide. Schwartz, backhand feed in the area of Tarasenko, but it rolled over his stick. This play continues here with 3.5 to play.
How many times have we seen that execution by Stastny and Steen? And Steen gets that little wrister right between the legs, or using Stastny as a screen after Stastny dropped it to him.
Now it's fired ahead by Upshaw, not out though. Lander working down low. Now the Oilers with it. Now they call it up, and on his knee, Schwartz will ship it away. And Reinhardt may have broken his stick there. Hand on it. And the puck is settled by Pietrangelo.
9 seconds of 1 hour, 41 minutes.
Long stretch pass for Upshaw. And he makes the smart veteran play to get it deep. Hit there by Backus. And now Purcell. Outlet feed. Goes to nobody. Counted back in by Parayko. They have gone without a whistle for a good 3 or 4 minutes here.
We'll see what Todd McClellan does and how he communicates to his goaltender.
2.5 to go. The Oilers to center. Purcell. And a shot. Easy save there for Elliott.
7 or 8. No,
1 hour, current value 5. 1 hour, 40 minutes. 1 hour, 40 minutes. 1 hour.
As the ahead for Brouwer. Nice play on to Steen with Parayko. Ahead to Parayko. Talbot trying to clear it. Knocked down a drive. That was blocked as Brouwer let it go. Now to Steen. He scores! Steen. Ahead to Parayko for Brouwer. Nice play on to Steen with Parayko. And then Stastny ahead for Brouwer. Nice play on to Steen with Parayko. Ahead to Parayko. Talbot trying to clear it. Knocked down a drive. That was blocked as Brouwer let it go. Talbot trying to clear it. Knocked down a drive. Lean is second. It's Hall. And out of the corner again for Connor McDavid. Backus ahead on the wing for Oct. And then Backus. And he shoots it toward the empty net, but it won't go all the way. With 70 seconds left here. 6 attackers, Edmonton. And Hall. That shot was blocked by Pietrangelo. Kicked in. Now a drive. A hot drive on goal by Yakupov. Oilers get it again back of the goal. Yakupov fans on it. And then Backus at the empty net. And his 195-foot shot is wide by 10
Plays in mid-season for
Play keyboard short, 0%.
Young, are they?
Empty net here for Edmonton. And down by a pair. Nugent Hopkins stripped of the puck by Pietrangelo. And this goes toward the net. And again, it goes. Dick.
And as the supervisor,
Some of it have done a
officials tonight.
power play.
Hall of Famer Bill McCreary on hand as the supervisor officials tonight. And always nice to see Bill. Boy, did he ref in a whole bunch of huge games.
Here's a wide open Laterra. Passing for Dryback, getting back to break it up.
0%.
And with 10 seconds left, The Blues are going to win their second in a row. And Parayko was hit from behind by Hendricks. And he'll get a penalty here, but more than that, the Blues are a little bit upset with Hendricks. The cross-check gives him a 20 boards. 2 minutes for Crawford. And the Blues win it 4-2. And that's going to do it.
0% Liberty score.
7-4 under Calgary.
Full sporting rights this morning with large crowd reaction YouTube. Audio playing tab item YouTube video player view. Play keyboard shortcut game button. 0% Liberty score.
Second game. Oilers 1-4.
And the Blues win it 4-2. The final
As they spoil the Oilers final home opener at Rexall Place.
Well, good work by Brian. Again, the Blues give up the first goal of the game, but as the game goes on, they just get stronger and stronger. We're just too much for this young Oilers squad tonight.
Goes out to the Oilers 29-26 and win it 4-2.
2 days later.